from McLean. George Mason. And Parkdale meets today on It's Academic. Someone's going crazy with the cowbell. Hello, everyone. I'm Hillary Howard. This is the opening round. You know how it works. Each team begins with 100 points, 10 up for a right answer, 10 down for a wrong answer. Contestants in the studio don't see what you do on the screens at home. Let's begin. All answers begin with the letter N, like Nancy. 10 is the atomic number of this noble gas. Parkdale.
Nitrogen?
Nope, it's neon. The ordinance of 1787 is usually referred McLean.
Northwest.
Yes, you're right. This cartoonist created the Democratic donkey and the Republican elephant. McLean.
Nast?
Yeah. Remember, all answers begin with N. This emperor allegedly fiddled while Rome burned. McLean. Nero is it. You read about Bigger Thomas in this novel by Richard Wright. McLean.
Native Son.
Native Son?
Yeah. This is a variable star that suddenly increases in brightness. Mason.
Neutron?
No, nova. This German philosopher wrote, "Thus spake McLean."
Nietzsche.
Nietzsche?
Yes, that's right. And that's the end of the round.
It's Academic with Hillary Howard. Now in its 57th season. And for 50 years, proudly sponsored by Giant.
We got some inter-mascot love going on. That Panther is from Parkdale and the Mustang is from George Mason. Yay, guys! All right, it is that time to meet the teams and welcome you to It's Academic. We're so happy you've joined us on this Saturday morning. Panther, Mustang, you can go back to your seats. Oh, I just felt like a teacher. Okay, guys, from McLean, Virginia, McLean High School. Mara, tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Mara Kessler. I'm a 16-year-old junior, and I'd like to thank all our friends and family for coming out to support us.
Wonderful. Hello, Carson.
Hi, I'm Carson Flickinger. I'm a 17-year-old senior, and I'd like to thank our coaches for all the work they do, Ms. Benedict, Ms. Lewis, and Mr. Burketti.
Very good. And Justin.
Hi, I'm Justin, a 15-year-old sophomore from McLean, and I'd like to thank all our other teammates on the rest of A and B teams who helped us win during the tournament so far this season.
All right, guys. Answers are worth 20 points, nothing off for a wrong answer. Is jazz included? Hidden in this question is the name of what metallic element a component of brass?
Zinc?
Oh,
Yes, and you don't even have to buzz. Affable, agile, ungainly. Which of these adjectives would best describe someone who is very clumsy?
Ungainly.
Ungainly?
Yes. It took more than a ton of rock to erect what famous structure on England's Salisbury Plain that you can name by filling in the blanks here?
Stonehenge?
You've got it. India, Italy, Jordan. Can you arrange these three countries in the order of population, beginning with the least populated?
Yeah.
Jordan, Italy, India?
You've got it. Forget-me-nots of the angels. Poet Henry Wadsworth Longfellow used this phrase to describe what celestial objects, such as Sirius and Polaris?
Stars.
Stars?
Yeah, stars is right, McLean, with 250 points. From George Mason High School in Falls Church, Virginia. Megan, tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Megan Hayes, a 17-year-old senior, and I would like to thank our founder, Mr. Scharf, and our current coach, Mrs. Mahoney.
Very good. Cooper, hello.
Hi, I'm Cooper. I'm a 17-year-old senior from George Mason High School, and I'd like to thank our two alternates for their wonderful work and their dedication to the team so far.
Wonderful. And Liam.
Hi, I'm Liam Fribley. I'm an 18-year-old senior, and I'd like to thank all the teachers and our principal for helping us out.
Okay, guys. Apricot tone poems. Look carefully at this phrase and see if you can find hidden within it what crop long important to the economy of the South.
Cotton.
Yeah. Petulant, ingenious, tranquil. A person who is very irritable can best be described by which of these words?
Petulant.
Yes. The word part makes up part of what other word that names the militant Greek city-state known for its discipline and warrior ethic?
Sparta.
Sparta is right. Argentina, Canada, El Salvador. These three countries are all in the Western Hemisphere. Please arrange them in order of size, beginning with the smallest.
El Salvador, Argentina, Canada.
That's right. My life is my message. This was the comment of what great Indian leader called Mahatma, who believed in nonviolence but was assassinated in 1948.
Gandhi.
Gandhi it is. George Mason, 190 points. From Riverdale, Maryland, Parkdale High School. Elta, tell us about yourself.
I'm Elta Goldstein. I'm a 17-year-old senior at Parkdale High School, and I would like to thank our coach, Mr. Sean Dummett.
Very good. Hello, Benjamin.
Hi, I'm Benjamin Aloy, and I am a 17-year-old senior from Parkdale High School, and I'd like to thank all of our family and friends for coming out here to support us.
And finally, Jonathan.
Hi, I'm Jonathan. I'm a 17-year-old senior here at Parkdale, and I'd like to thank all of my friends here that are supporting our team.
All right, guys. Cheddar wins easily. You'll win 20 points if you can find, hidden here, the last name of what English scientist associated with the theory of evolution?
Darwin?
Yeah. A construction site, a supermarket, a zoo. You would most appropriately expect to see an armadillo in which of these places?
A zoo?
Yes. Surround the air here with two more letters and you'll name what largest African city, the capital of Egypt?
Cairo?
Yes. Tiberius, Mao Zedong, Peter the Great. These three men wielded a lot of power in their day. Please arrange them in chronological order.
Tiberius, Peter the Great, and Mao Zedong.
You've got it. A leader is a dealer in hope. These are the words of what great leader who was Emperor of France before the Battle of Waterloo?
Napoleon?
Napoleon is right. Nice job, Parkdale. 190 points. We'll be right back.
For all those pokers, prodders, shuckers, and sniffers, All Giant Produce is triple checked. Farm, crate, and store. We're focusing on fresh, so you don't have to guess. My Giant. Save this week on ribeye steak, $5.99 per pound, and on 6-ounce sweet blackberries or 1-pound strawberries, 2 for $4. Only at My Giant.
The Harlem Globetrotters.
This is what it feels like when an amazing moment becomes an unforgettable memory.
Playing 3 games at Capital One Arena and Eagle Bank Arena March 17th and 18th. Tickets at Ticketmaster.
NBC4 is committed to serving the educational and informational needs of children. The station's children's television program reports describing our efforts are available through the Federal Communications Commission website at publicfiles.fcc.gov.
Contestants in today's game will receive passes to the Phillips Collection, America's first museum of modern art, with artists ranging from Henri Matisse to Jacob Lawrence and Mark Rothko at the Phillips Collection near DuPont Circle. And while they're at the museum, please go to our Facebook page and like us, pretty please. All right, it's time for the Picture Perfect round. Before we begin, let's recap the scores. McLean 250, George Mason 190, Parkdale 190. In this round, questions are worth 20 points, up or down. Here we go. You wouldn't want to swim in these ice-filled waters located not far from what capital of Alaska? McLean.
Juneau?
Yes. This rare species of goat can be seen near what historic mountain pass, linking Afghanistan and McLean?
Khyber?
You're right. This New York River is named for what explorer who's McLean?
Hudson?
Yeah, who sailed on the Half Moon. What is the value of this expression, McLean?
80 and 8/9.
Nope, it's 9. Lacking a front window, this is the cockpit of what airplane in which Charles Lindbergh, McLean?
Spirit of St. Louis.
Yes, it is. This 1864 work is a tribute to the opera Tannhäuser by what German McLean? Yeah, Wagner it is. How inappropriate to call this planet Earth when clearly it is ocean. These were the words of what author whose works include 2001: A Space Odyssey, McLean?
Clark?
Yep, Arthur C. Clarke it is. This Van Gogh painting shows flowers in a vase made of what metallic element, whose atomic number is 29 and symbol is Cu? McLean?
Copper. Copper?
It is copper, and that's the end of the round. We'll be right back.
The more you see,
Look at that.
How good is that?
the more you do,
I truly am inspired.
the more you know. Weekends on NBC.
Due to coverage of Barclays Premier League, the More You Know lineup can be seen at the following times.
Ellen moves to a special time during the Winter Games.
The Olympics are like the Golden Globes, except the Spanx are on the outside.
Ellen returns to a regular time Monday, February 26th.
Okay, take that down. Let's not see that anymore.
Now at 2 p.m. during the games on NBC4.
Well, cooking in my kitchen before was pretty archaic, so we went to Joe at Cabinet Discounters. He was able to design it and lay it out. He laid out a very functional kitchen for us. The term discounted to me is just a word, and they really designed a nice kitchen for us, and it absolutely met our expectations. We've actually gone back twice and had work done. We certainly would recommend it to any of our friends.
Get a free consultation with an experienced designer. Call 1-800-THE-DREAM or visit CabinetDiscounters.com.
Welcome back. You know, the students prepare a lot to be on It's Academic. Let's meet the faculty and coaches that prepare them for competition. We begin with McLean High School. Carson, you have like a whole crew back there.
Yes, ma'am. Starting on my right, we have a Spanish teacher, Ms. Lewis, our school's journalism teacher, Ms. Benedict, physics teacher, Mr. Burketti, and our principal, Dr. Riley.
Very good to have all of you guys. From George Mason, Cooper, who's with you?
We have Miss Mahoney. She's our social studies teacher and sponsor of our team.
Good to see you, Miss Mahoney. And from Parkdale, Ben, who's standing behind you?
Well, this is our wonderful coach and also our sponsor and our AP Literature teacher, Mr. Sean Dunman.
Mr. Sean Dunman. Good to see you. Okay, all, this is the packet round. We have these lovely manila packets filled with questions, 8 of them to be exact, 8 apiece. McLean will answer questions from one of them first. George Mason chooses which one it will be.
1.
1. 8 questions and a 25-point bonus if you get them all right. We are guaranteed many freedoms by the first 10 amendments to the Constitution, which are known by what collective name?
Bill of Rights?
Yes. Scientists in Egypt have discovered a mysterious cavity or chamber in what ancient 455-foot-tall geometric structure located in Giza?
Great Pyramid?
Yeah. Playful one is the meaning of the name of what Native American girl who supposedly stopped playing long enough to save the life of Captain John Smith?
Pocahontas?
Yes. Science question. The stench associated with paper mills is due to the oxide of which of these, a yellow crystalline element?
Sulfur?
Yeah, and they stink too. You ever smell a paper mill? Eesh. What Italian newspaper editor made news himself when he became Italy's fascist dictator before and during World War II?
Mussolini?
Correct. The feuding between the Capulet and Montague families led to the tragic ending of what Shakespeare play?
Romeo and Juliet?
Yeah. Here's your math question. Evaluate this expression, giving your answer as a positive integer.
50?
Correct. In 1890, the American envoy to Haiti was what man? A leading black abolitionist who had earlier edited the North Star newspaper.
Douglas?
25-point bonus for McLean. Nice. George Mason is up. Parkdale, packet 2 or 3?
3.
3. First question. Most poems appear in books, but the new Colossus by Emma Lazarus also appears on what famous monument in New York Harbor?
Statue of Liberty?
Yeah, it's the Statue of Liberty. The northernmost town in the world is Eta, located on what North Atlantic island, the largest in the world?
Greenland?
Yes, it is. Many people write letters when away from home, but Martin Luther King wrote a historic letter from the jail of what largest Alabama city?
Birmingham?
You've got it. Here's your science question. Atoms whose nuclei differ only a neutron number are known as which of these?
Isotopes?
Isotopes is right. Mount Marcy in New York was named for William Marcy, the Secretary of War during what conflict that included the 1847 Battle of Veracruz?
Mexican-American War?
Yeah, it is the Mexican-American War. 19th century poets William Wordsworth and Leigh Hunt modernized some of the works of what earlier English poet best known for Canterbury Tales?
Chaucer?
Chaucer is right. Math question. Evaluate this expression.
0?
Yes. The introduction of the horse into America is generally credited to what Spanish conquistador who used horses to help conquer the Aztecs?
Cortez?
Nice. Another 25-point bonus for George Mason. Packet number 2 for Parkdale. Robert Fulton is remembered for his steamboat, but he also developed what weapon that enabled a submarine to sink the Lusitania?
Torpedo?
Yes. Although Vachel Lindsay was no ghostwriter, he did write a poem about the ghost of what large, shaggy animal once found on American nickels?
Buffalo?
Yeah, the buffalo nickel. If you went from coast to coast, you'd find that what same name is shared by the largest cities in Maine and Oregon?
Portland?
Portland is right. Here's your science question. When you enter a dark movie theater on a sunny day, the pupils of your eyes will do which of these?
Dilate?
Yeah. Thousands of languages are in danger of becoming extinct, including that of what N-initialed American Indian tribe, the largest in the Southwest?
Navajo?
Yep. First Impressions was the title Jane Austen originally intended to use for what impressive novel she wrote about the Bennett family?
Bride and Prejudice?
No.
Pride and Prejudice.
I'm sorry?
Pride and Prejudice?
That is correct, yes. Here's your math question. Evaluate this expression, giving your answer as an integer.
1.
1 is right. Lincoln wasn't the only noted American born in a log cabin. So was what Virginian who became the 4th Chief Justice and wrote the Marbury versus Madison decision? Answer is John Marshall. Awesome, though, Parkdale. Nice job. 330 points. We'll be right back with the grab bag.
Mark your calendars. The 25th annual NBC4 Telemundo Health and Fitness Expo has a new date. Join us March 10th and 11th at the Walter E. Washington Convention Center. NBC4 is working for you.
I'll see you there.
For all those pokers, prodders, shuckers, and sniffers. All Giant Produce is triple checked. Farm, crate, and store. We're focusing on fresh, so you don't have to guess. My Giant. Save this week on ribeye steak, $5.99 per pound, and on 6-ounce sweet blackberries or 1-pound strawberries, 2 for $4, only at My Giant.
Tonight at 7:30, we're taking you inside the Olympic Zone.
The athletes, the biggest moments, behind-the-scene action you won't see anywhere else, straight from Pyeongchang.
Get the best seat in the house with the Olympic Zone tonight at 7:30 on NBC4, working for you.
Now, everyone at home should get ready for another year of Giant's A-Plus School Rewards program. You can earn points and help local schools every time you use your Giant card. Thanks to you, Giant has been able to award over $96 million to thousands of schools since 1989 and has already committed $2 million to this year's program. Signing up for your Giant card is easy. Simply go to giantfood.com or stop by the Customer Solutions Center at any Giant store. Experience the magic of A-Plus School Rewards each time you shop and help your local schools. There's the Mason Mustang and the Parkdale Panther working together. All right, thanks, guys. This is the grab bag round, but before we begin, let's recap the scores, okay? McLean, 555. George Mason, 375. Parkdale, 330. All right, questions are worth 20 points, up or down, 30 points for the visual questions. Here we go. To protect Denver's city parks, officials are using bright orange robots to frighten away what birds who proverbially lay golden eggs? Mason.
Swans.
No, it's goose, the goose that laid the golden egg. Of the various letters of our alphabet that are used for Roman numerals, which is a vowel? McLean.
I.
Yes. The 1628 murder of the Duke of Buckingham is described in what Alexander Dumas McLean?
Three Musketeers.
Yeah, on your screens for 30 points. This Gustave Moreau painting shows Oedipus answering the riddle of what monster? McLean.
Sphinx.
Sphinx is right. The Smithsonian Museum proudly displays a bit of mold cultivated in 1928 by Alexander Fleming that gave its name to what highly beneficial drug? McLean.
Penicillin.
Penicillin is right. Name either of the functions of trigonometry that are undefined at 90 degrees. Mason.
Tangent.
Yes. One of the first books printed in England was a history of what ancient city home to the legendary Hector and Priam? McLean.
Troy.
Yeah. On your screens for 30 points. The cold passed reluctantly from the earth. You'll have a cool 30 points when you identify these opening words of what Civil War novel by Stephen Crane? McLean.
Yeah. Red Badge of Courage.
It is. England's Parliament meets in London, but in what city does the Canadian Parliament meet? McLean.
Ottawa.
That's it. Chairs, not tombstones, are used to represent a cemetery in what Thornton Wilder drama whose characters include? McLean.
Our Town.
Yeah, it's my favorite. One of the British ships involved in the Boston Tea Party had what same name as a modern Ivy League college in New Hampshire? Mason.
Harvard.
No, Dartmouth. On your screens for 30 points. This Merlion fountain graces the harbor of what Asian city-state off the southern tip of the Malay Peninsula? McLean.
Singapore.
Yeah. Choice. Which of the following blood types is often considered the universal donor? Mason.
O.
O is it. The city of Lincoln, Nebraska, originally had what other L initial name, which identifies the English royal house opposed by the House McLean?
Lancaster.
Yeah. An eye doctor would need an extra long appointment to treat what mythical watchman who had 100? McLean.
Argus.
Argus it is. The fictional Japanese town of Titipu is the setting for what Gilbert and Sullivan operetta? McLean.
Mikado.
Yes, it is, the Mikado. The formal public Lincoln-Douglas debates numbered how many equal to the legendary number of hills in ancient Rome? McLean.
7.
It is 7, you're right. Oh, one more here. The gold rush that struck the Yukon Territory in 1897 was popularly... That's the end of the game. That's it.
When you come back, you can say the answer.
Okay.
Did you know that most window issues are the direct result of improper installation? At Window Nation, every installation begins with our team of expert installers.
Each team is led by a certified master installer. Out of 80,000 windows installed last year, 99.5% required no follow-up service.
Proper installation is what makes the window. Expert installation, it's what defines our Window Nation team.
Now put zero money down, make zero payments, and get 0% interest until 2019. Visit windownation.com.
Working with California Closets has been really joyful. Michelle, our designer, was really helpful in guiding us through the process. It's just so organized, so beautiful. She added that extra something special. My girlfriends get just as excited when they see it. I always say, oh, we could have wine in here. We can sit in here and just look at all the clothes and shoes. It's perfect. My name is Trin, and this is my California Closet story.
For all those pokers, prodders, shuckers, and sniffers. All Giant Produce is triple checked. Farm, crate, and store. We're focusing on fresh, so you don't have to guess. My Giant. Save this week on ribeye steak, $5.99 per pound, and on 6-ounce sweet blackberries or 1-pound strawberries, 2 for $4, only at My Giant.
We, the Winter Warriors, the ice scrapers,
snow shovelers
of the Washington area,
need to know when a big storm's coming.
That's when we start to see the accumulating snowfall.
When school's going to be canceled.
A lot of schools already closing in those regions.
When the roads are dangerous.
Be on the lookout for icy spots so we can prepare.
That's why Storm Team 4 is always here.
Alerting you earlier and helping you prepare.
With the area's most advanced storm fleet.
And Washington's most experienced team to help you stay safe and warm.
All winter long, we're Storm Team 4, and we're working for you.
Hey, for those of you who are wondering what the answer to that final question was, since I read most of it, you know, the gold rush that struck the Yukon Territory, named for what Canadian river? It was the Klondike. Okay, now that that's done, the scores are official. Let's take a look. First of all, from Parkdale, Riverdale, Maryland, we've got Jonathan, Benjamin, and Elta with 330 points. From Falls Church, George Mason High School, Liam, Cooper, and Megan, 375 points. From McLean, Virginia, McLean High School, Justin, Carson, and Mara with an exceptional 845, one of the all-time top scorers on It's Academic. They're coming back for the playoffs. Great game, guys. Next week, we'll have Montgomery, Blair, Lee, and South Lakes. Until then, I'm Hillary Howard. So glad you stopped by today. And remember, education matters. See you next time. Everybody, come on down.
Congratulations. Looking back at the old pictures, like the first time we did this. Yeah, I know.
Now through February 15th, join Planet Fitness for only $5 down and then $10 a month. No commitment. It's just more proof that good things come in fives. Like high fives. 5 minutes to warm up, 5 minutes to chill out, 5 fingers for grabbing pizza. And best of all, the 5 that gets you into the judgment-free zone. Just $5 down and then $10 a month. No commitment. Now through February 15th. The world judges. We don't. Planet Fitness. Be free.
Let your ideas grow. The Capitol Remodel and Garden Show. February 23rd through 25th at the Dulles Expo Center. With hundreds of experts all under one roof, this is the place to find great deals, new ideas, and practical advice. Meet Chris and Peyton Lambden from HGTV's Going Yard. Plus tour the feature gardens to find inspiration for your outdoor space. From kitchens and baths to landscaping and more, the Capitol Remodel and Garden Show. February 23rd through 25th. Buy tickets online and save at CapitolRemodelandGarden.com.
Ellen moves to a special time during the Winter Games.
The Olympics are like the Golden Globes, except the Spanx are on the outside.
Ellen returns to her regular